Hello and welcome everyone to our another episode of Object Oriented ABAP with me Amrit on YouTube. So in the previous session we saw our getters and sets in object oriented. Now in this part we will see how we can create a global class. So and how we can create a global class, how to create a global class for a standard requirement. So just need to understand what is a global class itself, which we have already discussed in the previous session. Global classes are defined in the global class pool, and that is why they are available to use. Global classes are defined in the global class pool, that is why they are available to use from any part of the SAP system. What does it means? It simply means we can call it in any SAP in any other program. Okay, so I will simply take one requirement here. I'm going to simply take one requirement. I'm going to simply take one requirement here. Requirement is take input for sales document number, which is VBELN, and display the data from the VBAK table, which is sales header table, VBAP table, which is sales item table, and MAKT table, which is material description table. This is our requirement. So what will be the way to implement it? How we are going to approach? So what will be our approach for its solution? What will be the approach for its solution? So to modularize the requirement, here we will create one method with importing for sales document number and exporting for the internal table, and also we will handle the exceptions which can raise here. Right. So what I will do, I will go to my SAP system. I will log in. I will pass my credential. Then I will go to SE11 and I will check my VBAK table. This is my sales order header, and what is the primary key? Sales document, and its data element is VBELN. So I will copy it and I will find a table type for it for my select option. one way will be we can also create a table type, other way will be we can use the standard given table type. So let's go and check it. I'll go for where use list and I will check for table types. Okay, I can see a range table for sales document number. I got one. Double click, and if you go and check it, its structured row type, it is same. So we are going to directly use this table type. I will copy it. So I'm going to simply copy it and I will paste it here. This will be my importing parameter. This is our importing parameter. Now for exporting, what are the fields we want? Let's go and check. So I'll go back and I will check the fields from VBAK first. So VBAK, okay, Weblin, that ERZDT, ERNUM, VBTYP. Okay, this is VBAK. Then I'll go for VBAP. Weblin I have already selected. Then I will select the item number. I will select the material number. Okay. So MAKT, display. I will select here Matner. Okay, Matner I will select it. So SPRAS and MAKTX. This is going to be our out table type. So I will create a structure for them and then a table type. So let's create that part. Or what we can do is let's directly go for SE24. It should be better we create it here. Z structure, Z str sales, create structure for sales order or sales, and let's pass these fields VBLN underscore VA, ERDAT, ERDAT, ERZDT, ERZDT, ERNUM, ERNUM, VBTYP, VBTYP, then Posner, its data element. I'm forgetting its data element. Let me check. Posner, VA, then Matner, we will pass the data element of this material number. So Matner is the data element. Then we will go to our MAKT table so that we can select some fields of our MAKT also. So MAKT, and I will pass here SPRAS. Its data element is also SPRAS. Then I will go for the next field, which is MAKTX. Its data element is also MAKTX. and our structure is ready. I'll click on save. I'll pass the package and I will also pass the transport request. It is done. Then I will activate it. My structure is ready. Now my structure is ready. I will go and create a table type. So data type Z tab sales, create table type for sales, and here I will pass my reference type. Perfect. And I will activate it. Yeah, our table type is ready. We can use it. So instead of this exporting, I will have all this table type as exporting now. Perfect. Now let's go and create our method. So how we will do that? Let's go and create it from SE24. I will go there. I'll pass here my global sales class, create it, class description as global sales class. Then I will make it reusable ABAP. Okay, save, package and transport request. Okay, so we are in the interface section of our class. You can see here, this is the properties, interface, friends, attributes and methods. Here I will create my method. So get sales data. Let's go and make it label as instance. Then our visibility will be public, and in the description I will make it display sales data. Then I will go for parameter. I will have an importing parameter here. So it is I sales importing, and I will pass the table type for the associated. This is the standard thing which we are going to use here. I will simply paste it. Then I will go for LT output. So LT table, it will be your exporting, and I will simply return this. Okay, perfect. Also I will add one more exception here. So let's say a wrong input, wrong sales order, so that if the data is not there we can raise exception, right? Now let's go to source code. Yes, okay. So here I will have if condition. So if my I sales is initial, or let it be, there is no need of that. Let's write our logic. So select what are the fields. I will go inside my structure, and we have got all these fields. Okay, so for now select from VBAK as sales header, inner join VBAP as sales item, on sales header tilde operator VBELN is equal to sales item tilde operator VBELN. Then we will have another inner join with MAKT table on, let's make it MAKT as material description, So on sales item, uh, Matner is equal to material description Matner. Okay, this is inner join. Now here I will pass the name of the fields one by one. So sales header, Veblen, VBELN, ERDAT, ERZDT, ERNUM, BBTYP. Then I will go for item. So sales item, Posner, sales item, Matner, and then material description. So material description is material description, and material description SPRAS. Then again material MAKTX. Okay, so select all these fields from VBAK table and as header, inner join as item. So into table, LT table, where Veblen or sales header tilde operator Veblen is equal to in I sales. Okay, so let me check the syntax. There is no error. We are getting these records from VBAK. Then we are getting these records from VBAP. We are getting these records from VBAP, and this is from our material description table. Okay, perfect. Now if it will be not initial, so if my LT table is initial, we will raise the exception. So raise wrong input, and if, and I will activate the class. Perfect. Let's execute it. I will go for execution. I will go for I sales. I will pass here some input. So I BT 1 to 5. Let's go and check. 1 to 5 data is there in my VBAK table. Yeah, I'm getting the records. I'm getting all the records perfectly fine. So it's there. And if we will pass the wrong entry, that is, let's say 100 to 200, which is not there in my sales, what will happen? We will get a exception, right? So this is a global class. Now how do you call a method of the global class inside a program? So this will be our another requirement. We have created our global class and its method. How to call a global class in a web program? How to call a global class in global. So let's see that part. I will go to AC38 and I will create a program here. So Z global class call calling global class in ABAP program. I will go for type as executable. I will pass here the package and transport request. Perfect. Then I will create a select option here. So data LV Weblin type data element of sales order, and I'll create a select option. Select options as Weblin for LV Weblin. Okay, let's save it, activate it, and I will go to text array elements, selection text, and I will give here a DDIC reference. Okay, perfect. Then in start of selection, what I will do is I will simply call our method. So we will create a object hello underscore object is equal to new keyword and our class name. So this is our class name, Z Global Sales Class 3. Okay, it's perfect. It's perfect, right? Now once we have the object, it is easy for us to simply call our method. So what we can do, hello underscore obj, and our method name is this thing. So let's go back, and our get sales data, control space enter. Okay, I will pass here my select option, so as Weblin. Then this will return us this importing. So let's name it LT sales, and this exception also. Okay, so LT sales, we need to declare this LT sales here. I will declare a internal table and work area. So data LT sales, type our table type, this is my table type, and using this internal table I will declare a work area also. So ls sales like line of this LT sales. Like line of keyword is used to simply declare a work area using the internal table. So if size sub rc is not equal to 0, or here better we should pass it 1. If it is equal to 1, we will raise here a message, sales order do not exist, do not exist. And if size sub rc is equal to 0, and if, we will simply display our data. So loop at LT sales into ls sales and loop, and we will perform the write operation here. So ls sales Weblin ERDAT ERZDT ERNUM, then Fosner, Latner, SPRAS language key, and our last one was MKTX. Okay, material description. Let me check for the error. Okay, I have forgot to pass the type of the error. Yeah, it's fine. Let's activate it. And I will put here debugger. So from line 16, let's go and check. 1 to 5, execute. Yeah, go for desktop 3. Now at this moment we don't have any object, it is initial because line 16 has yet not executed. I'll click on F6. Line 16 has executed, we are getting the object. Now it is calling this method, so perfect. Let's go and check, are we getting the data or not. Double click on LT sales. Yes, we are getting 14 records. We are getting the records, perfect. So this will simply display our output, right? We are getting the records, so it's fine. And if we will pass some wrong data here, let's say 100 to 200, and we will go for F8, it will give us a error, right? So this is how we can create a global class with a very beautiful requirement. And we have used here inner joins, right? We have used here lots of inner joins, two multiple inner joins here. So global class for a standard requirement on multiple tables using joins. Okay, perfect. So this is all about this video. Thank you very much for watching. We will continue from next part.